Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. My name is Stephanie, the creative girl behind the designs. If you're stopping by my channel for the first time, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notification alerts so that you know when I post my next video. So in today's video, I am going to get a head start, jump start, and set up my new fall mini happy planner. And I'm going to go through all the things. And we're just going to dive right in and get this all prettied up for fall. So stay tuned. Okay, so if you recall from my haul video, which I will link in the box above, I had purchased the whole Homesteader collection. So I have the mini and then I ordered, it was let's see if I have it here. I do. This stuff here was part of this box. So this is an undated happy planner mini, which actually mimics this Homesteader collection vibe. So I'm going to be holding on to this for when this one here ends, because this is a 12-month, but it starts in July and ends in June of next year. So I'm obviously going to be without a planner unless I have one in place. So I now have that covered. So this is only going to be the setup for fall. I will reevaluate come, holiday time, or in a holiday time, I may just add a few things in. But come, January for sure, I'll probably take a look and see if, everything's where I need, tweak it some more. But that aside, I'm super excited to set this up because I am a fall girl at heart. I love everything about fall. The florals in this collection just have all the vibes. So yeah, super excited. What I'm going to do, so if you recall, I am currently in this setup. So this is a frankenplanner in the blush fabric cover, and that's available on the Happy Planner website. And I have in there the Made to Bloom mini calendar months. So, and then some other, note paper and so forth. So that is my setup at this time. And I'll continue to use this through the end of August. But when I say I'm going to get a jump start, I mean I'm going to get a jump start because this is going to be my setup for use September 1st. I'm eager to kind of use it now, but I do want to use this other one up a bit. So I'm going to dive right in. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to give you a quick flip of my old setup, my mini setup. So everything, today's video is all things mini. So if I say, planner or whatever, I mean the mini, because today everything's going to be about mini. So I have all my accessories. I pulled these discs off of the Papillon classic size planner. I want more disc space, and I just think they kind of go a little better and they kind of give that fall vibe, right? Okay. So let me set this aside a bit. And what I'm going to do is, excuse me, what I'm going to do is a quick flip of my past mini setup. This was a definite chunky monkey, as we might say. I loved this. It was just great to hold and to work with. It had all my tabs that I needed. I will incorporate some things and then other things I won't. What is left in here is basically blank papers. So anything that had writing on it, I had already pulled out and archived. And then some of the things that I wanted to keep a marker for are also in here. So I'll probably pull some things from here when I set this up. And then I'll pull also some of these things. I just have my little storage binder of all the mini Happy Planner paper. I have some other Happy Planner paper. I pulled out Papillon and then some fall vibe stuff. So all those are going to go into this mini. But for right now, this one here, I had set up as a complete catch-all. So it had all the stuff in it. Let me make sure. Yep. Okay. So this was a 2020-21 happy planner. And I basically frankenplanned it with, I've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6 tabs. I learned a lot when I used this, and so I'm going to kind of mimic that when I set this up, because it was very useful to me. And I wasn't afraid to just, kind of throw it into my purse. So here we go. Just a quick flip, give you an idea of what I'm going to pull over. So this is the planner pages. I had in here, if it's not glaring too much, one of the poly pockets for the mini happy planner. I did take the things out that were in here, but I will be pulling this over for here. And then we had the calendar months. I kept about 4 months or so in here. I think I may have had 6 at one point, but I do need to pull all these back into the actual planner cover, or get them back into the mini that they came from. So, and I believe that was a dashboard. Let me check. Yes, that was a dashboard planner, but it had a lot of color. So then I had just a mini piece of paper. I had a to-do section. These are all Happy Planner tabs. They were from the Supermom collection. And I had some papers in there. I had errands, a section for errands, for daily, I had daily sheets. I had just some of these weekly plan sheets. And then I had my business tab. And let's see, I had a sheet for Instagram, and I think there's one more. Oh, just an extra sheet. There was a section for to-do, planning, ideas. Let's see. I was going to put a folder in there, but I never got to it. Just upcoming projects, which this was the, Planner Babe collection, if I remember correctly. And it was the classic half sheet, and all I did was just cut it off to fit it. Same with this paper. And then there was some project sheets. I had a section set up for wellness, but I didn't actually end up using it. It wasn't coming across like I wanted it to. And then I had this cute little tab for, let me get these distractions out of there. I had this tab for lists, and I love the concept. And let me see if I can put this back side of this in here so you can see this. So I just took a sticker. These square stickers are from the Target Dollar Spot, and they were all the rage, and I have quite a few packages of them because I do use them actually. And so I put it onto a sheet of acetate I cut down and punched, and it held just kind of miscellaneous notes and whatnot. This tab at the top came from, I want to say Planner Society, and I used it on this, but although cute, it did stick out quite a bit, and it did kind of take a beating. So I don't know that I will transfer this over, but that's what that was, how I had that set up. And then I put into here on the Happy Planner discs, the little, remember the little plastic acetate type flexible strips? I just put one of those on a pocket I had and put a cute little bow at the top. That was also for any kind of notes I may have had. I had wish list, I had Dear Santa, I had gifts, need to buy, just some extra paper. I have still some notes in here, and still some notes. Those are just scratch paper. And then I had section for write it down. I had an unlabeled. I think I was going to make this one family, events, family outing. So that was kind of like a, wish list of sorts. I did put in here portions of the mini budget, and I don't remember, but I don't think it worked out like I thought it would. So I may revisit this section. I had in here extra sheet for expenses or purchases that I can just kind of toss it in there. This, I believe this was the calendar for that. So this was from a separate planner. And so that may be condensed down, this section. I had, let's see, fitness, which kind of fitness and wellness to me kind of go together. So I didn't exactly have too much going on in there. And then just some extra papers, and again, extra papers. So long story short, this was basically a frankenplanner where I had all the stuff in it. So that's kind of what I'm going to mimic with this one. So what I'm going to do at this time is I'm just going to jump right into that. Now that we've seen what was in here, and I'm going to carry some things over, and we're going to just get this done. So let's start pulling this off. I'll get the covers off because they're the noisiest. And just like before, I will likely only do a few months at a time in here, just because it can get very big and clunky. Let's see. I'm going to do this. Let's get this lined up. Oh, hold on 1 minute. There's an extra piece of plastic on here. So I think I got it all now. I had been debating whether I wanted to flip this inside out. I'm still debating about that. So since this is easy enough to change over, I'm just going to do it like this. So I'm going to go ahead and get my discs in. I mean, this is going to have a super fun fall vibe feel. I'm just seeing another one of these little plastic pieces. Hold on. Let's get this right. Okay. I'll just keep clipping them off as I see them. All right. Keeping the progress. So this one just has a really nice pinkish brown with, you know, some warm florals. It just is so pretty. I think I've said that 1,000 times. I probably will continue to say it 1,000 times because it is. So here's our planner that isn't sitting right, so I'm not sure why. But let me go ahead and get this open. So I am going to transfer over, I think there was, well, I think whatever it was, I think it fixed itself. I'll take a look at it later. Okay, so we have this. I'm going to go ahead and start pulling over. Let's see. Definitely going to bring in the cover page, which this too, I hadn't decided if I wanted to write in my name or do a vinyl. So I hadn't done anything with that just yet. And try not to take too much at a time. What I really liked about this one was very similar to the one I did a flip through of, which it has some color in it already. It has some image along the disc edge, and those change, like on the dashboard or currently page for the month, also has some decor on it. So I really don't have to do a whole lot to get use of this. And in the months too, there's also images down the disc edge, which is nice. Again, it helps to keep the pressure off needing to decorate it and use it at the same time. So this here is a beautiful tab. It's got nice foiling in it. So yeah, this is going to be a super fun setup. And then let's see, what have I got? I've got 1, 2, 3. I'll start off with putting 4 in there and we'll go from there. Just because I don't know exactly how many. See, now this is adorable, this bee pattern. I would like to try and get 6 in here, but we'll see. We'll see how far I can get. Okay, just cleaning my desk space up. So we have a folder. I have this tab, which is going to, I gotta take the plastic off. And I do have a label for it. And what's nice about this is when the time comes to go to the new planner, all these pieces will go over to that planner. So I really like that. And this plastic is giving me some challenges. Okay. So I just wanted to make sure that as I took that off that I got all the pieces, because sometimes they get stuck along the disc edge. Okay. So what I'm going to do is get my label out. So I simply printed this off with my label printer, which I will also link in the box below. I'm going to just get this on my tab so that it's all ready to go. And that when August starts coming to a close, I can just grab this and start working in it. Okay. And I could have used a white one, like a white label, but I'm okay with this. I don't need it to be like glaring at me. So there we go, just a little today label on there. And let me get these out of the way. So here's what I'm going to start to do. I am going to, let me get this in. We'll assume, obviously when I start working in this, I know this starts in July, and I may in August start tinkering in it only because I want to kind of get the feel for how it's going to go. So let me put this here just to get it in there. Look how nice this looks with these discs. So pretty. Okay, so there's my Today tab. All right, so we're gonna get the folder in, which the folders tend to bulk it up a bit, but that's okay because you always need a folder. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have this one off to the bottom here so that I can pull out some of the pieces as I go through and put it in there. So let's see, we had the calendar, and then in here, I've got this. And just to show you, what I'm gonna do is, for now, let's see, which one here? Sweater weather, I think I'm gonna use sweater weather. I'm gonna tuck this in. This is just a journal card I had in my stock. And then I'm gonna get 4 2x2 printouts. I'm gonna probably do just kind of like a little fall theme, just to give it a little bit of something. So there's that. And let's see, we had our Today tab, our calendar, which we'll go to the back of now. And let's see, next is, I'm going to, even though, again, they don't totally match, I'm going to pull over all the papers because I'm basically going to unassemble this at this point. And so I'm going to, without a doubt, pull everything over, and then I will filter out and put in like maybe the color paper I want, and for sure these tabs, I'm going to change these because I have these 3. So these are Avery tabs, and I'm probably going to use this one. Seems to match the best, and I'll just dress them all up with the current color. So those are going to go in, and I will also link these in the box below. So let's see, we have, oops, did I put that in the wrong spot? I did. Hold on 1 minute. I was trying to figure out why October was in the middle of these notes. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, because in the fall, I tend to not have so much bright colors. So we have this, and I'm going to just keep pulling over this paperwork. Then I can get this one out of the way, and we can, I can move this one off of my desk area. So let's see what else we got. We've got one more. So in the mini, sometimes I found that these mini half sheets didn't really work so well, but I'm going to put them in there for now. And then we have our business tab, which the point of the mini is it's an on the go, it's something I can carry around. And So this is something where I will be able to, whether I'm doing personal or business or, you know, wellness or whatnot, I'll be able to work in this. As long as I have the tabs, I know where everything is, it'll be good to go. So then let's see, we have, again, I'm gonna pull over everything. I'm definitely gonna wanna be changing up some of the papers because they were the socialite papers, and I don't think the color goes as well. And also what I was doing when I was doing this was matching it to, I feel like these tabs are sticking out now. Oh, maybe not. We're good. I was matching the color for the tabs, so like business, I was making it socialite, and I may stick with that. But for now, I'm just going to keep going. And there's a lot of papers I won't need to keep in here. But this is going to be a chunky beauty. Now, I'm not going to carry over these horizontal, what I was going to use for wellness, only because I didn't quite use them as much. I mean, I really use this as like a functional thing. So, and then for the purpose of making sure I have a section for it, I am going to, because I don't believe I have any more tabs. I don't. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to keep this in there, but I'm going to put it here for now to mark the section. I did start getting rid of my mini stuff, and so I don't have a whole lot left, but I'm going to fix that because I don't like this sticking out so much. And I'm not necessarily going to be carrying it out right now because I do have the other planner that I will be finishing out for the month. But I'm going to start getting used to this one. Let's see, this is stuff I've already written on. That's not going to carry over. And let's see, then we had this, which are all under my lists. And then we have, now for the budget, I'm going to be modifying this. So I'm not going to use this. I'm filtering through this paper. For now, I'm just going to put this little savings gold jar here, just for now. I will carry this over, although I am going to change this out to the half sheets from Know Your Worth. And then the budget calendar, I'm not going to keep. I am going to pull over fitness. And I may relabel that from fitness, but for now I'm going to leave it as it is. And then let's see. I'm going to pull these over. And let's see, what else do I got here? These were half sheets. And then these are all my extras. So, all right. So I'm going to tear these papers out for now. Oop, maybe too many at one time. Okay. And there's still a lot more in here I have to filter out, but that's, you know, not something I'm going to do on video. All right, so these were going to go in there. However, I'm going to keep this one, not this one. And so I'm basically going to now filter out all the paper that I'm not going to be keeping. Okay. So let me put these in there. And then I'm going to start a little pile over here of all these papers I got to put back. What I am going to bring over is, let me get a little more organized here. I have this paper as well as, so these were papers my daughter had. So I have this, these two, and this. I'm going to keep those in there because they kind of have a little bit of a green vibe. I'm going to take 4 sheets of this, and I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to take 4 sheets of the Papillon. Are they all blue? They are. So this blue color kind of carries over in this Homesteader set. So we have, I'll grab 4 of those. I just like to grab an even number of papers. So let's see, we have some lined. I'm going to move this up a smidge. These are sort of weekly, or could be weekly. Grid, and then a project sort of paper. All right, and then we have over here the stickers. I'm going to put those, I think they'll fit in this folder, I hope. I probably should have tried this beforehand. Let's do this. Let me bring it closer. I thought these used to fit. There we go. It was a little work, but I got it in there, I think. Yes, okay. Okay, so then I'm going to take as well 4 sheets of this paper, because this is task paper, so for sure I'm going to need that. All right, set that aside. I'm just kind of spreading my paper out a little bit below view as I'm collecting it all. I'm going to take 4 of these. Okay. Now that I have all my paper from the collection, there was some in my main book, which I'm going to pull those out as well. You can never be too low, or never want to be too low on paper. So I'm going to take 4 of these. I want to say these came from the Homebody collection. I'm going to set those there. And then there was one more, which I think I already have it. Okay, I do have 1 grid. I do like to have some grid in case I'm like sketching out an idea. I do have a green checklist paper in there. So that's not going to, that's that. I have that. Okay. So I'm gonna move this aside. And then we're gonna start getting all this paper in there. So I've got a little bit out of view, all this paper is kind of surrounding the mini Happy Planner. So I'm going to go back to the front and just make sure that I've grabbed all the paper out that I need to. So this section was personal. And I do have to reprint out these labels for the tabs, so I won't be able to get these tabs on today, but these are gonna go in place of all of the tabs. And then it just kind of goes with it a little bit better. So this paper, let's see, do I have another one? I'm gonna leave it for the moment, but what I'm gonna do for each of these is I'm gonna take out the extra paper in between all of them. So this was extra. I'm gonna leave these in there because this was part of that. These can stay. And then some mini daily sheets, which I do actually have. Let me do this. Okay, so we have some of these. I think what I'm going to do, since this is showing as weekly, I'm going to put this in here. And let's see, business, I do kind of like the idea of it remaining socialite, so I'm going to leave it as it is. Let's see, any extra, there is one. There's like one in between each, so I'm good with that. I don't think I'm gonna put a folder, but I'm gonna leave that. It just says folder on it, socialite folder. I'm gonna leave it as a marker. All right, and then projects. here's what I needed. So there's that. There's my project sheets. And then I'm going to put this right in between here because this is the grid paper I'm talking about. Just so I can sketch out any ideas I might have while I'm out. And then this I will be changing over, but for now I'm going to leave it as it is. And let's see, this paper can remain, this one. These are holiday, so I'm going to leave them only because I do think I'm going to create in my mini a section for all that, just because it's easier. You know, you're on the go, you're out shopping. I can have this with me and I'll be good to go. This is just an extra sheet. I'm going to take that out. And then these were notes. So what is on? Let's see, these are blue. So you know what? Since it's blue, I can work with that. I'm going to take this off if I can. And then I'm going to put it on for this one here. Well, see, now as I'm starting to do this, I'm like, so I either have to use the paper as a tab or, well, I think I will. I'm going to keep it the way it was. It was working the way it was, so why mess up a good thing, right? All right, so I'm just going to put this on there. So I've got a nice color that matches now. This one is okay. It's neutral, but I am going to take out this extra one. I'm just going to debulk it a little bit until I get a real good feel for it. And then events, I'm actually going to change to this. And I'm going to get this pulled up. And I'm going to get this one. I think it's down here I have to do. Okay. And then we had a few extra papers. This I'm going to take out. And I'm going to put in this. Okay. Now I have my, I'm going to pull one of these out and set it aside because that's going to go back up front. I'm not going to set up budget just yet. And then this was a tab for extra paper. So what I'm going to do is I have a grid paper. I'm going to keep those. All right, now what I'm going to do is take all of this extra paper I created or pulled out, and I'm going to just stack it up and pop this in here. And then I'm going to put on a tab, or I can just use my sticky notes. Yeah, I think I'll use just the sticky notes to note where those begin. All right, so this is going to go back up front. Let's do, so if we say August, I think what I'm going to do is this. For now, I'm going to put this in the front of the tab next to the dashboard, just because it's an active running list, even though this is a dashboard and I already have a list. I'm going to put this one here for now. And while I'm thinking of it, I'm going to look at the other one. The one I would be going to is that's dashboard, right? So yes, it has the same thing. Okay. I didn't need to know that necessarily now, but I did look it up. So this is going to be my setup come fall, minus this one here. In fact, I am going to be using some of these stickers as well, the Homesteader stickers. That will be in a separate video, just because there's so much in this one that again, I need to kind of get a feel for it. Right now, I haven't had a weekly in my mini, so this is going to be a bit of a change. So look at how pretty this is. This is so, so pretty. I love these discs. Happy Planner, if you're listening to me, I would really love a whole packet of these discs. Like if you can just put them out and make them like available, that would be amazing. That's my little PSA for today. Okay, so here we go. I have my cover. I'm going to get my name. I'm going to decide how I want to put it in there. So I'm going to leave that blank for now. This is going to get 4 more 2x2 photos, fall feel photos put in here. This will mark, what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to go through, at least for 2023, and mark just with my, I'll probably use my brown zig dotter, and just dot the dates that are a payday. Just so I have them on hand. I, of course, have these mini dates. These I may track my steps on. So I may keep sort of some wellness things up front here. More to come on that. We have the calendar. So I have about 4 months in here. I could probably stand, to do 2 more months, but for now I'll leave it out. So we have 4 months worth of calendar, plus of course the Today tab, which I love. And I love that it's only half of the page. I like a full tab when I'm using it as a top tab to say this is a whole new section, but for the Today tab, I do like it only halfway. These are going to be sort of personal lists, so to do errands daily, and I may change those up a bit, but for the most part, that's what this section's going to be. And I will change the tabs. So that's more to come on that. So here's just some paper. These are daily sheets, extra paper. Then I have my business section, which, you know, when I last used that planner in 2021, things were a bit different. So I may change up a few things on these tabs, but this will be my business section. With some paper. I have my project paper. So this will be like the beginning of my idea. If I'm out, you know, I can just quickly jot it down. These won't necessarily be archived in my archive folder, but I may do that. I'm not sure. Hopefully I didn't hit something on my camera. Hopefully it's in focus where it should be. Okay, so here's going forward. Let's see. Project paper, I just have some extra line paper. This is going to definitely change out, and I do have an idea for it, so I will be getting that changed out as well. But they will remain lists, and again, they'll be just what they are. And this may be I got 2 new sections I may be adding, so more to come on that. Some note paper. I love the grayish cement type tone of this paper as opposed to the straight white. It just looks so pretty. I have a budget section for my budget. However, I decide I'm going to move forward with the budget for the mini. Expense tracker. I have a fitness section, which I need to decide how I'm going to pursue that. And then some sticky notes, and then all of the papers that I think I might need. It finishes with my folder and some stickers, and that will become my new fall planner for mini on the go purse planner. And I absolutely love how it's looking. I love all the elements of it, and I'm looking forward to using it. So I hope I have inspired you to do something creative today and every day, and that you create your beautiful life one mini plan at a time. Thank you for watching.